My name is Natalie Perez, and this is my second interview with the singer of Toxic Holocaust on October 7th, 2011. Do you plan to do anything for Halloween this year?
You know, I haven't really thought about it. This is going to be the first year that I actually have been home for Halloween in like a really long time. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'd probably go out to a couple bars or something like that. I haven't thought of a costume yet because, just usually we're on tour. Last year, actually it wasn't last year, but the year before, we were ZZ Top. We were on tour with Black Dahlia Murder, and we dressed up as ZZ Top. For this year, I don't know. I mean, maybe RoboCop or something.
Cool. How was your recent U.S. tour?
The recent U.S. tour was amazing. It actually, it turned out even better than we thought it was going to. Yeah, a lot of people came out and showed us support. Yeah, it was our first headlining thing, so we didn't really know. It was kind of like a trial thing, and it actually turned out really well. I think a lot of people, a lot of our fans at least, were pretty happy to see us doing our own tour as opposed to being like the opening band on a lot of bigger tours. I think we owed it to our fans to do that. I think we've done a lot of tours where a lot of people came out for us that maybe weren't too interested in the other bands that were playing, so we definitely owed it to them to do that.
Cool. I tried making it out to your LA shows, but unfortunately I fell ill, so I couldn't make it out. But hopefully next year.
Yeah.
What do you have planned for the rest of this year?
In about, I guess about 3 weeks from now, we're going down to Texas, and we're going to play this fest called Fun Fest. Slayer's playing. Danzig's doing this set where he's doing Misfits, Sam Hain, and Danzig songs. A bunch of other bands, The Damned, all kinds of bands are playing. It's going to be pretty cool. And then right after that, like almost directly after that, we fly to Norway and start our European tour, doing Scandinavia, Europe, and the UK.
Cool. Why did you want to go and change your Toxic Holocaust logo, and how have the fans taken to the change?
We changed the logo basically as a one-time thing, basically for the new record. I saw the mock-up of the artwork with the old logo, and it didn't fit. The old logo just looked kind of like too futuristic for the artwork. The artwork looks pretty ancient, you know what I mean? Like it looks like an old, cryptic drawing from like a book or something.
Yeah.
And the new logo just kind of didn't work with it. So we switched the logo up for that. The people kind of got all up in arms about it, but I mean, I guess that's what happens when people show passion for your band. I guess they care about stuff like that. But I didn't think it was that big a deal. I think it looks really cool, but some people were kind of bummed, but some people really like it too. But all our merch and stuff like that still has the old logo and stuff. So I mean, you can't please everybody, So
yeah, exactly.
There you go. There you go with that.
All right. Would you say that your new album is completely different than your last one, or do they fall within the same boundaries?
I wouldn't say it's completely different. I would say it's different, but to me, I think it's just a little bit. I think it's a little bit heavier than the last record. I know everybody says that, but this one, it's just we played together as a band for so long on the last few tours before we recorded this new record that we were just kind of like a cohesive unit, and I think things got a little bit tighter and more aggressive and just a little bit heavier all around. The lyrics are a little bit more I guess, a cult, you could say, but that's pretty much like the only real difference is that. I mean, it still has kind of like the same kind of sound. I mean, it's still very punk influenced, and it's, you know, I think we're always going to sound kind of around the same area. I mean, there's going to be slight differences here and there, but it's going to be pretty much right up the same alley as it's been, you know?
Yeah. When did you start writing for this album, and has the songwriting process differed, or is it slightly similar to your older work?
I think my songwriting has changed a little bit because now I'm not playing drums. You know what I mean? So I don't have to dumb down the stuff that I'm writing, you know, for the drums. Like, I kind of simplified a lot of the drums because I'm not that great of a drummer, you know? So, but this time around when I was writing stuff, I definitely had it in mind that, you know, there's a good drummer that can play this stuff. So it's like, it kind of changes the fact, like, a little bit, like, in the arrangement and I guess the overall feel of the songs, you know. Like when I demo them out with the drum machine, and I kind of show them to the guys, and I definitely went a little bit crazier this time around with the drum stuff.
All right. Did you feel any pressure to do this next album?
Not really, actually. Relapse has been really good about that. They're not the kind of label that is like knocking on your door like every few months to put a record out or put something out. They know we tour a lot, and because of that, it's not always the easiest thing to do to write new songs. But it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You know, like you have to tour to promote the record. So if you're touring, there's not a lot of time to write. So it's like you either choose one or the other, you know. So we finally had some time off, and I had a lot of ideas. So I had, during that time off, I had a lot of time to write and kind of flesh out the ideas that I did have. So it kind of came to me sort of fast once I did have time off, because I was thinking about it the whole time I was on tour.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you excited for the new tour that's going to be taking place next year in February and March?
I am. English Dogs has been a big influence on me. You know, I've liked them for a very long time, and it's kind of cool to actually be able to go out and tour with them, you know. I think the tour is going to be really good. It's a little bit different than what we've been doing. You know, it's way more of like a street punk kind of tour. But that's cool because we like doing all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, I know. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to it. Did you happen to hear that Beavis and Butthead is returning to MTV?
I actually just heard that from my bass player yesterday. He just told me that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. See how well it does this time around.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to be looking at videos anymore, though. I think they're going to be doing some kind of thing that's like reality TV or something like that.
Just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, I guess so.
And is there anything else you'd like to say or add?
I guess, you know, just check us out on tour. We're going to be touring a lot of places all over the world soon. So next year's going to be really crazy. And, you know, even up until the end of this year, it's going to be pretty crazy. We're going to a lot of countries on this upcoming European tour. So, yeah, I mean, if you get a chance to come check us out, it's going to be a good time. Playing with a lot of good bands.